Speaking of
40
snow.
or 50.
Yeah, that's true.
Especially if it's your first snow of the year.
That's
I think
right.
a lot of people have lost their enthusiasm at this point.
Right.
Yeah, the storm system we were tracking last week and thought it could have the potential to move up this way is not. So that's the good news. In fact, as I said, some people will be suffering from sun glare later on. That said, don't panic. This shot is from Portland, from our sister station down there, KGW, downtown Portland. They're seeing some flurries right now, and those you can see the fairly damp snow coming down. Portland area itself, Portland metro area itself is looking for like an inch or less of wet snow today. Once you get south of there, though, down towards Eugene, a little bit farther to the south, they're looking for as much as 6 or 8 inches down there. So it's close, but not going to quite make it to us. In fact, out at SeaTac right now, they have partly cloudy skies. Busy morning out there. A pretty good backup on the departure deck already to start off the day. Doppler radar shows that that system is close to us, but it's going to be staying south of us. It's moving eastward as it rotates northward, so we're not going to see this band move too much farther to the north. And actually, it should turn into a pretty nice day, though temperatures are going to continue to be well below normal today. You see if we get down there closer, not quite making it up to Longview, and they just recently started to see those flurries in Portland. So it's going to advance a little bit farther and then start to pull away from us later on. Temperatures, thanks to the clearing overnight, though, a little chilly in spots, upper 20s and low 30s, so you could have some frost. We might have to scrape some windows out there this morning, especially as you get a little bit farther to the north, though we do have some breezy winds up in Whatcom County already, and those north winds are going to spread over Puget Sound during the day today. University of Washington model showing that precipitation staying well to the south of us, clearing out to sunshine today for that matter. Might be a few flurries up, especially the east slopes of the Cascades. It's going to be partly to mostly sunny, it looks like, for Tuesday into Wednesday. Temperatures still remaining well below normal, running mostly in the upper 30s and low 40s, which should be into the low 50s right now. It does look like we might see a chance of a couple flurries around Thursday, but that's going to be about it. So for today, we're going to be looking for partly to mostly sunny skies, breezy, especially this afternoon. High temperatures today in the upper 30s and low 40s. Mostly sunny, partly sunny Tuesday and Wednesday. Temperatures hovering around 40 degrees. Maybe a couple flurries on Thursday, nothing serious though, and have a little bit of sun still mixed in. Then sunshine over the weekend and maybe warming up a little bit, getting into the mid 40s. But again, keep in mind that normal high around 51 degrees, so still well below normal as we head into the month of March.